Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, finally, it's here. It is the brand new 2.9 update for Scalar. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I hope you're all doing good out there. Yes, as I said at the top of that song there, Scalar 2.9 is finally out and I'm super excited to get into it today. We don't have much time, so I'm going to try and cover everything I possibly can and maybe make a song with it in the second half of the show. Everybody doing good? I'd like to welcome our Wart Warriors. You can become one by clicking the join button down below or the link. If you are using an iOS device, it's $1 a month. It helps support the channel, and we have custom emojis in the chat for you to play with and such like that. Thomas, Christ, slinging the links over there. Boom, shugga-lugga-lugga. Hello, Legs. Hello, Leela, Granny. What's going on? Leanie's in the house, sharing like she always does because she's a legend, and she's got a sore nose. That's a private joke. Jim Shannon, what's going on? Good to see you. And if you're lurking, hanging out, good to see you as well. We're going to dive in. I want to thank everybody yesterday for coming and hanging out and sending all the good vibes and many donations and stuff. It was very kind of you. For all those people who left comments, I haven't got a chance to respond, and I will over today or tomorrow because these two apps have just taken up, today's and tomorrow's have taken up a lot of my time. Learning how to use stuff. That's where I spend most of my time, learning how to do things, because that's what we do. We learn. Hey, Russ, what's going on? Good to see you too. All right, let's get straight into it and bounce over to the Beat Community. Over here at the Beat Community, every day we check out here. They're constantly up to date with what's new on iOS, desktop expansions, all this kind of stuff. Good news, Olympia Noise have updated Patterning 3 with a heap of updates since it was released. It was having issues with GarageBand, and you can see here, fix no audio GarageBand, fix UI not showing in GarageBand, fixed issue that caused timelines to malfunctions in AU instances, so a bunch of fixes, and there's a heap more coming as well, so don't worry about that. There are heaps of things getting fixed with Patterning 3. If you don't have it, you should, because it's rad. Toolbox got an update as well. Arpeggios has jumped into the iOS world and released a soft limit app. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. 4Pockets and Helium. Nembrini's got a newie, which we'll probably take a look at next week. Just is what it is. Let's oge over to price drops. 4Pockets has some apps on sale. They're all the ones we're looking at tomorrow, funnily enough. Strummer, Euclidean, Evolver. They've all got price drops at the moment. We're taking a look at them tomorrow. They've got a huge update that is just incredible. The updates across 5 apps completely. Hello, Greg O'Sullivan. Good to see you. Core Gadget is on sale. Rhino's on sale. BAM, Cubasis, a whole bunch of things. But today we're looking at Scalar. So I've done many shows on Scalar. If you want to go back, I did a really, really deep dive on Scalar. Plus, I've covered the last few updates for Scalar. Those videos are available. We're not going to be going over the full tutorial of Scalar because it's already been done. Go and seek out those videos. Jade, Starr, Scalar 2. Type that in a search engine and you'll find all the videos that I've done on it. Scalar is free to download, but it won't work until you pay for the upgrade. The upgrade is normally worth $19.99 US, but currently it is on sale. So if I can zoom in here, here we go. I'm over on my Mac now. Are you going to let me pinch? No, you're not going to let me pinch today. Of course you're not going to let me pinch. Why would you let me pinch? But it's over here, $12.99. It is on sale for $12.99. So if you don't have Scalar, now's the time to get it while it's on sale. You can also get Scalar 2 on your PC and Mac through Plugin Boutique, the manufacturer. And it is $31.90 currently. If you have Scalar 1, you can get an upgrade price. So there's a couple of other bundles here with certain things you can get added in. But yes, it is available on iOS and desktop for your... Don't say that. Okay, let's get into it. You know the prices. We've got to cover a whole lot of stuff. I made a project last night with it. Here it is. This is in Logic. We're going to be working a lot with it in Logic today because of all these new chord sets and the brand new chord feature in Logic, how you can intertwine these together. So this is what I made last night. I'll get my keyboard out as well. This is a little ditty, began in Scalar and then built all around Scalar. There's multiple versions of Scalar running in this, and I'm sure you'll agree the chords in this are just delightful. I'll shut up, hit play, let's urge. All right, there you go. So that I made in about an hour last night while I was learning to use some of the new updates and everything. So pretty easy to throw something together. It's pretty powerful. Hello, Gary Hubbs and Sean Chandler. What's happening? Let's just save this, get out of this project, and we'll jump into the standalone version so we can cover all the new features, and then we'll get in and show you how to use it with Logic. It's really powerful with Logic. So let's open it as I'll stand alone, and I'm just going to clear out all this stuff. I really should have done this beforehand, shouldn't I? Remove. Let's go to scales. All right, so here, this is what you normally see when you start off and load it for the first time, is you've got your keys up the top, which aren't making any sound or anything like that yet. I'll tell you why, because good old Logic's running in the background. Thanks, Logic. Let's try that again, shall we? Close a bunch of stuff out. Boom, 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 boom. Not you, dude. And that's nice. Boy. Oh, it's because I don't have any scales in there. That's why. I need to select a scale. So the new features that are in, as I said, I'm not going to cover how all this works from top to bottom again. So the new features, the first features, the major features are brand new chord sets. So this is where you can find all your chord sets. And what do we have in here? The first bunch of chord sets are new alternative chord sets. You've got 6 alternative chord sets. Let's load up number 3 just to give you a sample. And I've still got no fucking sound. What is going on? Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's fix that. Yeah, we love technology. It's so cool. There we go. So when you hold down on one of these, you're going to get these notes. Let's just play. This is the one of the alternative chord sets. So I'll just hit play here. They really are really deep chord sets. We'll grab another one from here. I'm going to change this. We'll change the instrument to a brass ensemble. And I'm just going to key bind. So when you press the lock up here, this key binds and it gives you these keys here that allows you to then play the chords in one single note. Beautiful, beautiful notes. Let's jump over to the alternative number 5. So you can hear they are some really beautiful chords, very powerful stuff. Wow, I'm so blown away by that alternative pack. The other pack, the other progression we have is chill. So these are new as well. Let's put something in like, we'll change the sound up. We'll put like a synth, maybe this Dream On. Chill 2. You can hear that. That's definitely a very chill progression there. Let's change the sound out. We'll try something like Eternal. So there's a whole bunch of ones in chill. You've got all the way down to 10. Let's just try another rando. So there are your first two new sets, chord sets. We also have, for those who love a bit of country, we've got some country chord sets. And what we'll do is we'll change the sound over to a guitar, yeah? Let's get back out of here. We'll choose a acoustic guitar. And we can even go over here to our performance and we can do some strumming. Let's add a slow strum. Thank you, Princess. That's very kind of you. We'll stick with the country for a bit. Really, really sweet chords. Number 6. We can change up the strum a little bit here. We can change this to like a medium. Okay, we'll turn off this performance for now. And let's, so there you go. You've got a heap of country stuff. We also, there used to be an, what was it called? Alternative, let me find it. A progressive alternative, this. So we used to have a It used to just say progressive here, but they've split it up now into progressive house. So all those sounds that were in progressive house that used to be in the progressive thing have moved there, and we now have a new section called progressive rock, and we've got 4 in here. So let's change the sound again. We'll go back over to like some brass again. So super, super big chords, yeah? Real nice stuff. So there's 4 of those in the progressive rock for you to play around with. And I think, and the last, is that all of them? Oh, the last one is, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, is, come on, bitch, Underworld, all the way down here. We've got some Celtic ones. What else can we put? We put in like a string ensemble. So really, really, really awesome stuff. I'm going to bounce back here and we'll go back up to the alternative stuff that we had, yeah? So we'll go to alternative 3. I really like this. It just sounds good, that one. And we'll make it a brass sound for now. But let's move on to the next new thing that's in here. So, as most of you may know, when you found some chords up here, right, out of this wonderful list, and you can move along the list. So these are all within, so this is an E mixolydian. So these scales, and not only do you have these chord patches, but you also have ones that are made by artists. You can pick your own scales. Go back to my original video, it covers all this. You can even detect chords from a song that you may have already. And when you like the chords, you just drag them in down to the bottom here and start building your song. Now let's talk about the really brand new cool thing here. So we've always had this, it's called Suggest, and you can open this up down the bottom, and what happens is it gives you a suggestion of what chords may work well after this particular chord. So I actually have this on, I don't want that on. Right, let's try that again. So when you open Suggest, this was the old Suggest, you would pick a chord and you just have the chords that are from the scale, right? So there's not really much option. But this is the new thing that you have. So if you click this button here, it says live, you now have live chord suggestions. So when you click on a new chord, it refreshes with brand new chords. It's so good, so good. Look at that, live updating. So you may not want to pick something from this list. You may want to get a better idea. Plus, we've got this new little button here which says minimize movement. And if you tap this, it's going to keep the chords in the same octave range. So you're not going to get anything that's crazy out like an octave. So let's listen to our chords here. And now we've hit this one. Here's our suggestions to follow for the next chord. That sounds good. We'll throw that in there. And now this one updates. So let's go through them again. We'll grab that one. And then we'll try these out. One. Why not? And that's how easy it is for it to automatically live offer you new suggestions. It's such a powerful tool, and it just really will take you to the next level with coming up with fantastic ideas. So now if we close our suggest and hit play, we can hear this. Awesome. And there's our chords. That's the beginning of a song. Now remember, you can actually go on here. That can be your first pattern, and then you can start a brand new pattern and start building the next portion of your song. So we could go in here and say, put in a, let's just do like a C major, drag that in. And this can be our whole second bit. So we've got two sections here. And if I want them to play one after another, all I need to do now is drag over them and they will go from one to another. You'll see this one's got a little line under it. And now when I hit play, it's going to go through all of these. Hello, Pascal, as well. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. It's going to change patterns now. See, we've moved over to pattern 2. So you've got so much power to build patterns. If you head over here to your pad, you can see these patterns and you'll know if they're working, they're synced up together, they're going to work after each other if their lights are flashing. And the way I did that again was just by selecting them, just by dragging and selecting them, and then they'll follow each other. So I could add another one and another one and another one, and that's going to be that you can build your song from there. All right, let's clear this out, and we'll go back to our scales here. Let's delete all this and remove. We'll remove these patterns. Whoosh. I don't think I need to now, do I? Yes, I need to hold down Shift, remove, Shift, pattern. I've got to clear these out. Oh, I could have just done a reset, couldn't I? Let's just make sure they're all selected. Shift, remove. Okay, we're good to go. So I'm going to choose the piano to show you this one. Now we're going to move into the brand new passages for articulation. And this is a game changer in my opinion. This is so absolutely splendid. We're just going to choose the simple felt piano because it's very nice sounding. Okay, so let's choose a scale again. Maybe we'll what do we try? We'll go back here and we'll maybe go from the country. Let's see if we can go to the new country ones. We'll grab number 2. Let's see. What do you? Oh, I have Shift down. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll grab these. We'll grab 4 of them, drag them down, and that'll be they're our chords, right? Ready to go. Now I'm going to bind this. So this is called binding. When you hit the little C down the bottom here, and you can see it binds these 4 chords, as I said at the beginning of the show, to C1. I think is it C1? C2. So I don't have to play those chords. Easy peasy beneasy, yeah? All right, let's show you the brand new passages articulation. Now up here we've had perform for ages. You can click on performance, and what it does is it changes it. You can actually add performances like this. Do I have one selected? I don't actually have a performance selected. So you can go in here and choose like a let's just go performances, common performance, basic performance. Now when I hold down these keys, right? So this was something that was always in Scalar. And there's so many performances, it's ridiculous. Melodies, arpeggios. See you later, Gary. Okay, but the problem with the performance mode is these are like pieces. There's not a lot of space with them. They're all melodies, arpeggios, and performances. So there's not a lot of room to move. You can actually go into these performances, if I can find my mouse, and you can change the resolution of them, so I can make them a lot faster. I can slow it right down and bring it to 0.5. Okay, so there's that. But what's new in here is these new patterns, or passages, sorry. And here's where you find passages. So I'm going to choose a passage, and watch what happens when I hit passage 1. You'll see now we have the keys have changed color. So basically what this has done now, it's freed up on my keyboard. Still, C2 is still the chords. There's our 4 chords. But it has given us these 7 keys here from C1. And you see when I click through them, see the keys changing as they move along 1 to 7. These are these new passage articulations. And they're really subtle. Right? So if I hold down this chord, see how it's just adding that extra note? Sorry, start here. So we're just getting that little subtle note there. And if I change these keys while we're moving along, you'll notice they subtly change. So let's do that. We're on, so you'll see up here, key 1, we've got 7 to choose from. So you can see flicking between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gives us these slight articulations. And you can control these in Logic using the notes in a project. And I'm going to get to showing you how to do that. So these things are really handy for creating just light articulations to give subtlety. And this is the bonus, as opposed to all the melodies and arpeggios and all that stuff, that you're going to get some nice simple stuff that's not going to overpower. So really, really powerful stuff. And to be able to, flick through them like that and just change things up, trust me, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're putting it in there with the rest of a song and just those slight articulations, they make such a big difference. We can turn on our voice locking and humanize as well. And again, I'm just pressing 1 key to generate all that kind of stuff. So to turn these off, you just hit perform and they'll go away. To turn them back on, you just click on the little arrow up here and choose a passage, and they are now activated. To turn them off, hit perform and they're gone away. So there's that. The other thing I want to bounce back to with these chords, now I forgot to cover, we'll go back to our suggest here. Now, what you'll notice is, so we've got our key bindings. Now, see these 4 chords up here? They are bound to our keys. So I'll show you again here. Right, so there's those 4 chords. If you want to, access, you'll notice up here now that I've got this live suggest on and the minimum movement. We've got a whole bunch of bound keys up here as well. So this is for you to test out. So I might, if I choose this note, I can check out all the other chords that are available to me in suggest. And you can see they're being selected here. Right? So you can go ahead and do all of that as well. So those bindings, and then instead of just clicking here, yeah? So I forgot about that. Let's cover the last there's a couple of other things. Last couple of things are the new arpeggios. Now these things are beautiful. We're going to change sounds here over to the guitar. Go over to the guitar and we'll choose the acoustic. And one other thing, the guitar now has been updated. So when you click over here to change to guitar chords, you can actually hold down. I think it's hold down. No. Let's go to guitar. You can actually change now to left-handed. So if you're a left-handed guitar now, you can switch this over and you'll see all the chords. We'll go to chord charts. All have changed to left-handed positioning for your guitars. There's not that many left-handed guitarists in the world, but for those who are, I'm sure that's a huge relief for people who are left-handed guitarists. Yeah, and again, you can just go in here and change this back over to right-handed. You can see how they change back to right-handed chords. So we've got our guitars. Let's bind this up here. We'll make sure this is bound. Yeah, and I will go back to our keys. Let's look at the arpeggios because they're really cool. So there's a heap of arpeggios that have been added. All we need to do is hit the arrow up here in our performance mode and you'll see arpeggio. And look, all the way from converge all the way down here are all brand new arpeggios. And listen to these guitar arpeggios. Let's try another one. This is diverge. We've got a really nice one here. This one's called Pinky Up. I really love this one. And of course, you can change the note length of these, the timing. You can go in here and change this to like a half. You can make it faster. You can go up to like a 16th, of course. Let's try another one here. We've got a thumb up, thumb down. So there you go. That's pretty much the major updates that are involved in this. Plus, there's been a whole heap of work done on the chord detection section. So if you want to detect a MIDI or some music and play that in, and it will detect the chords and give you a chord structure up here, that has been overhauled completely. I'm not going to give you a demo of it because once again, I covered it in another show. So they are all the major updates, quite huge, and you're going to see now using them in a DAW how valuable all these things are. We are at the halfway point of the show, a little way over, so what we do every day is run an ad. Let's do that. Let's run it now. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber or just skipping the ad and coming back. The ad has been run, and while we're waiting for those who may or may not have been served an ad, I can tell you what's coming up here on the channel over the next few days. Tomorrow, we are taking a look at this. Very excited about it. It is tone packets. This is a brand new standard, a new MIDI standard for helping create chords and created by David Collette. Oh, God, I can't think of the other dude's name who made it. But they've been introduced into 5 4 Pockets apps, and it's really, really cool. And we're hoping to see this standard added to many, many apps in the future, because you'll see tomorrow very, very powerful stuff. The following day, we are taking a look at the brand new drive-through bass from Aurora DSP, really wicked guitar sim. And to wrap out the week, yes, we have the Creator Rewind interview sponsored by DistroKid, and I have the Indigo Sunsets coming back to come and chat about what they've been doing in their new album. Very excited to have them back on the show. Let's get over here and make sure that Scalar's shut down, that's shut down, and we're going to open Logic, and we're going to show you how to use Scalar inside of Logic to help you with the new, firstly, to help you with the new chords section. Now, let me come off the bat and say it's a little bit fiddly, and this isn't any fault of Scalar, right? Because they had this update ready to go way before Logic released their update. And we're all hoping that over the next month at least, Apple are going to release an update to, I don't know, maybe improve the chord section, because this is the one thing I think that is lacking a little bit, and I'll explain why. Okay, so with Scalar, you can open it 2 ways. You can open it as an instrument or as a MIDI controller. For this instance, I'm going to be opening it as a MIDI controller. All you need to do is search for Scalar, and you'll find Scalar Control. And this will load up. So it's not going to play any notes or anything. It's just sending MIDI data this way. When you load it as an instrument, well, that's a completely different story. Now, what you can do with this is load Scalar as an instrument, right? Completely possible. And it will be sending the data from this Scalar into this Scalar. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you want to record the MIDI notes, you want to record it using this, and you might want to use one of the instruments out of Scalar too, because there's actually some nice sounds in there. Right? And you can do that. Now, when you're using a MIDI controller here in Logic, let me tell you, remember to do this. Hold down, and you'll see this little section here called Record MIDI to Track. Turn it on, and you'll see these little arrows. That means you'll be able to record MIDI to track. Let's open up Scalar as a MIDI controller, and let's just grab some chords. I'm going to go down to, let's do something cinematic maybe. Do we have something cinematic? There we go. Let's choose, what do we got? Let's do noir. And I can bind these as well too. So now, actually we'll try, I want to try maybe, we'll go down here. What do we got? Soundtrack. Do we have soundtrack? Something like that. Or musicals, movie theme. Let's try, we'll do like a movie theme maybe. Let's do like a drama. There we go. That's fine. We've got a drama now in there. And all these keys are bound, yeah? So if I go over here, all those chords are bound for me to play with. Okay, now, in my settings, I have this set to door sync. So you can see down here it's set to on. That's you can have that set on or off. It's up to you. But if you want to play stuff in, I would have it on. And I have my chord duration set to 4 beats. So that is what we're set to. We're going to change the tempo up here to about we'll just do 102. Maybe, if it lets me. 102. So that's our tempo. And we want to pick some chords, don't we? So we'll start with a C. It's in C minor. Let's open our suggest, our live suggest, and turn this on. And That's nice. Let's grab that in, throw that one in. So here's our first 4 chords for this song. Well, let's continue it on. They will do. So there are our chords for this song. Okay, so we've got them in here. We can close our live. Well, let's just say these are our chords. But now what I want to do, I want to put them into the chord finder. I want to put them into Apple's chord section. Let me show you the easiest way to do it. So we know these sections go 4 beats. So I'm going to add, hit the plus, and we're going to click on this, drag it. So there's our first beat. And what I suggest is you just hit the copy and just drag these out. Right, because we're going to need 8 of them. There we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's all our chords ready to go. And now they're all set to C, and I want these to fill that chord section. As I said, this is still a little bit fiddly, but I think over time Logic and Scalar will fall into, they'll work together. So how do we do this? Well, you open up down here, and we open up our section. Now you can see we've got this little chord section. And all I need to do now, I'll show you with my hands as well, is use this. Let's go close. See down here it says use MIDI input. You select the chord that you want. Go down here, use MIDI input, and then hit your chord. Next, MIDI input, chord. Next, MIDI input, chord. Next, MIDI input, chord. So a little bit fiddly. Now what I would love, Logic, can you please do this? I would love if you would allow me to hit the tab button and I could just tab through. That would be so good. So what are we up to? We've done our first 4 chords. We want to do these ones now. MIDI input, 5. Next one is a F. And you can see these are matching up. Now why am I doing this? You ask. Because we want to add our players to this, our new players. So there are all the chords, right? All done. We can close this down here now. That's done. We've got all our chords. Now I want to select all of these. Let's just select them all. Turn off this copy, turn off this, tap on this, and then hit group chords. So now all our chords are grouped together. Sweet. And you can see the chords up the top are following along. And we'll get back to those chords shortly. So very easy to go in, easy enough anyway, you know. So what do we want to do now? So we've got these chords down here. I want to add some passages to this, some light articulation. So we're going to go in and we're going to turn on passages. Select number 1. Here's our extra keys up here. And all I need to do is I want each one of these notes to play a different articulation. Let me show you how to do it super easy where you're not playing anything in. You don't need to record anything. We just go over here, select this. Let's get rid of this. Select this track, bring up our MIDI, and we want to scroll to C1 because that is where that first articulation is. Hit our pencil and we're going to draw in, maybe. We'll draw in. Give me a second here. Am I on the right? Just make sure I'm on the right one. Yes, I am. Good, good, good. In fact, what I'm going to do is just take out this scaler. Let's replace this with the not studio strings, with the studio piano. All right, so we're in scaler over here, and we want to just draw in these notes. So these are the articulations. So let's do this. We want to hit our pencil and draw in. There we go. And now we want to drag this out. I mean, you don't even really have to drag it out. Hang on, is it C1? Yeah, it is C1. And your next one, and your next one, we're going to go up one. Then we'll come back down one. Right. Then we'll come up two. Then we'll come up here. Then we'll come back down here. And then we'll finish with our 8th one, which I think is there. And now, what this should do for us is when we play back our song, let me just bring up the scaler here. We've got these articulations, and for me to work this, I need to bind these keys. So now these are bound. Now watch what happens when we play through this song. It's going to play this pattern, but it's going to switch through these by itself. Oh, it's not doing it. Why is that? That's nice. I know why. Let's drag these out. I love live demonstrations, especially when you've been doing it all last night. You've done this 1,000 times and it works, but now it's decided not to. Come on, man. Make my life easy, please. You know what? Let's just do this. And draw them back in. And back up there. Now we should have some action, hopefully. All good? Are we good? Are we going to play nice now? Cool, they're changing there. And it's not working. I love it! I mean, I don't have time. Anyway. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got that bound. That's bound. This is on. That's good. Let's just make sure passages is good. And our keyboard should be playing. And that's on. So that's right. And I think maybe we have to go in here. I've done something really small and I can't even think of what it is. My brain is just melted right now. I think it is by going here. Turn off. Yeah, there we go. So what I did wrong, I knew it was something small. So what you got to do once you've put in these, once you've put them in there, you got to hold down here and turn off record to MIDI track. Yeah, turn this thing off, and you'll see now. Watch as we play through this. You'll see these keys change up the top here. Right? Let's hit play. So you can see how the articulation is moving through. So now that we've got this, let's just show you how easy it is to move on from here. Because we've got our chords up the top, which we've taken from Scalar. Let's bring in out the rest of our band, because now Logic has provided us with the ability to now bring in a bass player immediately. Because we've got our chords. Wicked. Let's just loop this. And now let's bring in another pianist. So we'll bring in a keyboard player. And we'll go in and we'll mess about with this. We'll go in here and refresh this a couple of times. Of course, we need a drummer. Let's half time that. We'll go in and change our to a ride. Now the other thing that's super powerful here, I've added another MIDI track here, and I want to bring these chords in and do something else. All right, so this is nothing to do with scalar, but I can click on these chords now, click, copy them, come down here to this new MIDI track and tap in here and then paste, and we've got our new chords in here, so I can add in something else. Like I can add in, if I want, another copy of scalar in this track. So scalar 2, let's use, I don't know, the strings that are in here or the brass. Let's go in here, that's bass, and we'll go to our orchestra, choose the brass ensemble. Bring down this volume a little bit for these. And look at that. Let's fix that drum up, get some more interesting fills in there. Take down the intensity. And lastly, what you could do, right? You can we can make a copy of this track here, this first track. Let's do a quick duplicate. And in this track here, what I'm going to do is put in some guitar. So now that we've gone in here and made a duplicate of this, so that means our scalar still has all the chords in it, so that's good. Let's bring this up, turn off. We'll turn off this, turn off the passages, and instead we'll bring in an arpeggio. Yeah, let's do that. We've got an arpeggio. We're going to perform. Quickly, we'll do an arpeggio, and we'll choose like this, converge. And what we've got there is we should be able to now jump out of here, change our piano to a guitar or something, yeah? So let's just choose like a strummer, 4 pockets, and easy, huh? So there you have it. I've barely scratched the surface. Go back and watch the original Scalar show. There is so much in Scalar, and it just is incredibly powerful. And to be able to use it with the new chords in Logic, you have access to there's thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking chords, way more than what Apple give you. And because Logic doesn't give you the option to, there's only like 5 options for chords. This is a great way to create some wonderful chord sets to just put in there. All right, we're out of here for today. That is done. We're taking a look at the 4-pocket stuff tomorrow. We're going to play our featured artist, if I even have it queued up. And we're sending you over to Pete Johns. He's up next with GarageBand Weekly. And we got a brand new track from Vero featuring Dean Thomas. This is called The Music Industry. And boy, it is about the music industry. And one last message to the CEO of Spotify. Fuck you. There we go. Let's get out of here. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. This is brand new Vero with Dean Thomas, The Music Industry. It's Oj. No, I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. Give me a sec. That's not the clip. Vero, music industry. Jesus Christ. I had the wrong one up. I've got to play the video clip because the video clip is insane. Where are we? Vero, why can't I find her fucking channel? Let's do a quick search. Oh, man. Sorry, Pete. Now I'm running really late. She has this weird name for her channel. And it's super hard to find. And look at that. Fuck, man. Here we go. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Industry. I can't even find the video clip. That is just fucked up. Here it is. Got it. Let's Oja.
They paint a picture, they paint you a picture.